know how there's characters who are underrated, but because more content isn't made about them, they stay underrated? I think we should fix that. This is HELA here. We're going to basically miss our first proc, which is fine. And instead, we're just going to hit the next proc. And what we're going to do is we're basically going to one-shot Ultron. I think it's probably a pretty cool idea to one-shot Ultron here. We don't one-shot him on the last... Oh, we're very close. Not quite. Okay, close, but not quite. But you know what? Actually, we can one-shot him because we have the Immortality Artifact. There you go. So it's a 33-second botched one-shot. I consider that a one-shot, and that's HELA. So that's why we say she's underrated. I'll show you the build, and then we'll go into some more content, but this is a video I've wanted to do for a long time, and I've dragged my feet on. So I'm ranked 253 on HELA. I have 12 Odin's Blessings. It's a pretty great build. I'm not going to lie to you. It's not like a budget build. This is not, and shouldn't be anyone's like first or second tier 4. When I say she's underrated, it doesn't mean that she's like, you know, absolutely top tier, but she's certainly better than I think a lot of people give her credit for. And to be fair, I didn't give her credit at first. I thought she was bad at first when she came out and I reviewed her back in 2023. Anyways, we got 5-star artifact, so you can't play very aggressively when you have any version of her artifact because she has the immortality. And then we are using a brilliant destruction. It's not a very well rolled. It's a low strike. It's a 160 strike with a 200 proc. So this is actually, although it is technically a brilliant, this is a lot closer to what a mighty can do. With a mighty, you can have a 120 proc and a 200 proc, like a 120 strike proc at the top in yellow and a 200 proc down at the bottom. So this is actually very close to just a mighty. So even though it is technically a brilliant, yes, it is. It's like, if you've seen what a mighty looks like, here is my blue dragon with a mighty destruction with a 110 strike proc and a 200 proc at the bottom. So same proc at the bottom, slightly lower strike proc, but it also goes up to 120. So the difference here is only 40% on the strike proc between 120 on a mighty and my poorly rolled 160 on a brilliant. So this is sort of like a mighty plus. It's really not that far off. You can get similar results with just a mighty destruction. Keep that in mind for everything else I'm going to show you. So although Valkyrie and Enchantress are often her best combos, you can actually upgrade Enchantress to Yondu, and you can get you know, a similar, actually a better support ability. Now we had to unfortunately charge up her. There we go. He's done. 15 second phase 1. We have to, because he is at the back of the arena, you have to charge up the proc. So like the strike proc, which you don't want to do. We didn't press 3. It's okay. It literally, all of her damage, the thing with HELA that's funny, but can be annoying for some people, is that all of her damage comes from the tier 3. So as long as you hit the tier 3, you're good to go. And it's basically just a series of one-shots. You don't really have to worry about anything else. The regular rotation that I'm trying to do is 2-3-1. Sorry, 5-2-3-1-5, 5-2-3-1-4. But it's basically just to charge up to the tier 3 as soon as possible, and then you do 3-4-5, 6. 6 is the really important one. You just have to hit 6. If you can't hit the proc on 6, something's wrong, and you gotta fix that. Yeah, you just do that, and then you're good. It's obviously kind of annoying when you see the damage on... Oh, there we go. Minute 15. It's annoying when you see the damage on the first rotation just be so bad, but it is actually super satisfying to see the damage just chunk, like just more than chunk, just evaporate the HP when you hit the tier 3 skill. And it honestly reminds me of the like Thanos 99 one-shots with Sharon Rogers and the other world boss one-shots that we had built into the game back in like 2019, 2018. However, there are two main weaknesses to this HELA build. The first is that with characters or bosses that move around, you do need to practice your positioning ahead of time, in the sense that you don't want your first rotation to trigger the strike proc, because you have to nail it on... There we go. You have to nail it on the second one. So there you go. We just one-shotted stage 24 of Jean. The first half of her HP has just been one-shotted, which is in my opinion, very cool. And you have to be really patient here. Like here, it's way better for me to just stand there and take a little bit of damage because I don't want to charge that strike proc until later so that I have it ready to go. But here, it's just going to line up with her attack, so I just have to be a little bit patient. So this is where the build can certainly be frustrating for some people because you have to play very, very patiently. But the payoff is glorious. I just one-shotted the next phase. And I position myself in the middle ahead of time so that I don't have to potentially charge up the strike proc early, being here later. And again, you don't really care about your off tier 3 rotation. You want to press all 5 buttons, of course, but you're mainly just worried about charging the strike proc so that you can do this and you can one-shot her again. Boom. 69 seconds. Very nice. The only other weakness of HELA for PvE content is that she's not available for very high stages of the later bosses like Kang, Black Swan, Dark Phoenix, and Corvus, at least insofar as I've unlocked. For the earlier bosses like Null, Mephisto, Ultron, and Gore, she's available for high stages, but on these other bosses, she kind of taps out. Like for Kang right now, the highest I can go is 19, but I'll still show you that because I think it is very impressive. So again, here you want to just be patient on the first rotation. You do not want to move around. So again, with different bosses, there are going to be different opening prompts that you kind of have to follow, but then you just nail the one shot. Boom. 14 seconds. Listen, even at tier 4, there are not that many characters who can do this, right? Like this seems like, oh, okay, it's only stage 19 of Kang. It's only stage 24 of Jean. It's pretty easy. Pretty much any character can one-shot that content, Alex. No, it's actually not the case. And, you know, HELA has one of the hardest hitting tier 3 abilities. And there is a reason for that, right? Because it has 150% proc. And that is absolutely huge. And that certainly hits like a truck. Bro, it's every bar gets obliterated. The only real downside, I guess, to this combo is that these bosses, especially the later bosses, have so many phase changes and so many cutscenes that they kind of interrupt you when you're trying to blow out their guts. However, they took out the Kang phase change at 7 bars or 8 bars, so you can one-shot him from 22. So that's a 69-second clear again. This is amazing. This is so much fun, but the fun doesn't stop there. Although you will find limited success, I've been told, and I've seen clips, that you can use HELA with this CTP in PvP, particularly because a lot of the PvP meta right now is hero. You can stack a ton of buffs using her owns and using Colossuses, and because she has the destruction, it's going to give her access to the penetration that she needs desperately in order to actually deal damage. Now, you're not going to be able to carry against, you know, big hitter teams necessarily, and obviously you are putting all of your eggs into one basket, and you need to, you know, have her artifact, etc. But look at the damage that we're neutering on Sentry here. He's having a hard time getting us under 50% because of all of the damage reduction that this build offers. Now, she does get guard broken a lot, so you kind of have to, you know, you kind of have to play manually, I would say, to an extent. Here he's going to pop the tier 3. Okay. We just need to pop our tier 3, and he's dead. So, one kill is not, obviously, what you prefer. Hey, we killed him again. Nice. We're going to have a very difficult time here against Silver Surfer because he's a villain. Yeah. But we actually did kill Sentry. And that's pretty cool. I'm not going to lie to you. That's pretty nice. If that was Wolverine, we probably would have died anyways. I'm not going to lie to you. But let's take a look at this one. This is a double hero team with Silver Surfer. But Adam is our third here, so he is going to be a hero. He is going to fall for the same, you know, he's going to fall to the same thing here. All right, let's take a look. We don't want to take a bunch of damage at the beginning. All right. Oh, we killed him. Nice. So look at that. We got a kill on Adam. You want to prioritize the 5th skill and the 3rd skill. The 5th skill has the heal. The 3rd skill has the, we killed Sentry. Nice. The 3rd skill has the counter attack. We really need to get our 5th skill off here if he's not going to guard break us to hell. Okay. I think you kind of have to play manually, but there we go. We killed Sentry. He was tier 3, though. We did kill him twice, though. We just killed Silver Surfer. Nice. This is a Vibranium team, guys. This is a Vibranium team. I want you to remember that. This is not, like, I didn't go down to the Wood League. All right? That's crazy. That's insane. There are so few, like, I have to tell you, there are so few characters that can go in and blow up, you know, world bosses' guts and then turn around and blow up and like actually kill characters in PvP. You know, I'm not gonna lie and say like, oh, she's like so good, she's like top 5. I'm not gonna say some crazy stuff like that, but she's not bad either. Now here we've obviously, okay, we made a mistake by switching too early. Fair enough. We also made the mistake because this is a team with multiple villains because of Jean. But on the other hand, as soon as I can get, no, please don't do this to me. Sweetheart, 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 no, sweetheart, sweetheart. Okay, nice. Okay, we're gonna have a much easier time now against Sentry. Whew. Crazy that well, maybe we're not gonna have an easier time against Sentry. Oh, we are. He guard broke me out of my no! He guard broke me out of my tier 3, you bitch. You little bitch. I'm just spamming, bro. I'm just spamming. I'm spamming, bro. I'm spamming. I'm spamming for my life. Oh, I need like 2 fingers, bro. HELA needs 2 fingers. No! Okay, I screwed that one up. I shouldn't have had my artifact triggered by Jean. But you guys can see what I'm saying. She's legit. She's legit. And if you get better at playing her, and if you choose your teams a little bit more wisely than I did, you can absolutely make this work. And obviously you can make this work better by just substituting Waspin for an actual good debuff cleanse character. And now you suddenly have a very meta team that will honestly go 10-0 if I autoplay this here, you know, because nobody uses Molecule Man these days. Really, the only downside to HELA is you can't use her with Molecule Man in PvP because he neutralizes the biggest part of her kit, besides the tier 3, which is the ability, the support buff she has against heroes. But yeah, that's my showcase of HELA. I think she's absolutely fantastic, and you know, certainly worthy of a 2nd or 3rd look if you hadn't tier 4'd her. And again, I think her value is like her value will probably remain because of her supportability, right? They're going to tier 4 more heroes. They're going to try to bring them into PvP. And she's not bad for Otherworld Battle either, because again, as long as she survives until she pops that tier 3, everything dies. Because it procs with the destruction, she gets the penetration, and then she just blows up everybody's guts with that 150% with the accumulation and the 150% proc. So yeah, hit me up in the comments down below. Let me know what you think of HELA. One of the last few strong, great hybrid characters in Marvel Future Fight. Thanks so much for watching the video. Smash the like button if you enjoy the content, and I'll see you in the next one. Take care.